Hello, my name is Angelia. I work for ONC National. I am a business development director here at ONC. We are a network cabling services that simplifies your complex needs. We also certify and focus on structured cabling, voice data, fiber optics, and more. What I do for ONC, I am a business development director. So what we do, we help develop the business, prioritize things for the business, help get everything, all the certifications done here at ONC, as well as do all the networking for ONC as well. Administration, do a lot of administrative things here at ONC. And what makes me a powerful woman here at ONC is that my leadership that I have here at ONC, we do a lot of communicating, a lot of networking, a lot of actually going out and volunteering for different organizations. I'm very big with that, helping out in the community as well. Also, I do a lot of leadership conferences here in a ministry that I've grown in for 28 years. I have a very powerful leadership ministry there. Been doing it forever. I have great skills with working with children as far as the medical field. I stayed in the medical field for 27 years before entering ONC National, which was dental and maxillofacial surgery, certified in that. So that was one of my big things that really allowed me to be able to communicate with people and get people to do things that they normally wouldn't do, encourage people. So with saying that, at the end of November, me and my husband had a slight scare. I went in to have my yearly mammogram. So while having my yearly mammogram, I went in and I was told that after the mammogram, they would give me a call back within the next 72 hours or send me something in the mail to let me know everything was okay. This is something I do every year, so I'm very aware of how it works. But this time when I got the call was for me to come into the office to have a 3D x-ray and a biopsy. And I was like, oh. They said, yes, Miss Hunter, what we did is we found out that you have a mass on your left breast. I'm like, okay. And so we need to get you in ASAP. At that point, my husband and I, we just got off the phone and we set the appointment. We were like, okay, let's go ahead and pray about it. We prayed about it. We went in to have a 3D scan and the mammogram. During that process, I'm all changed and ready to go in, sitting in a waiting area. And while sitting in this particular waiting area, I come in where there's a lady, her name is Patsy, and her daughter's name is Paige. I met a family that was there. And this private waiting area was just for women, and also there was 3 other women there. So as I go to sit down, I hear a conversation with the mother and the daughter. So while I'm waiting, I'm listening to their conversation, and then the mother actually starts to talk with me. And the daughter was so concerned that she was actually there to have cancer treatment. She was going into her first day of chemo. So while we was there, the daughter had a problem with losing her hair. She wasn't concerned about the chemo. She wasn't concerned about the treatment. She was concerned about losing her hair. Remind you, she had the most beautiful reddish blonde, curliest hair, thick that you would ever want to see. So in this process, I began to talk to the young lady and I asked her, I said, what is it about your hair that you're so afraid of? She said, losing my hair. Everybody compliments me about my hair. My hair is my glory. My hair is what people likes about me. And I looked at her and I said, do you know that you're not your hair? And she looked at me with this look in her face. I said, you're so much more than just your hair. I said, God has so much more inside of you that he want to do, and it's not about your hair, it's about you as the individual. So as she and I began to talk, and her mother, she decided that she just didn't like the idea of having to walk around with a bald head. So about 3 years ago, my sister, my only sister, went through breast cancer. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2014. Stage 3, aggressive 4. I mean, the cyst was moving very quickly. It was growing fast. So I began to explain to her about my sister's situation, where I gave her what's called Waking Up to Pink Party. In this Waking Up to Pink Party, I invited her to, let's go ahead and transition you with your hair so you don't have to just wake up and hair is shedding here, shedding there, shedding there. So I shared this story with this young lady, Paige. I said, so what I did is I gave her a Coming to Pink Party, and we had a hair shaving event at my house. So with this event, it encouraged her to walk into her chemo, being as beautiful as she is, allowing her to shave her hair, make up her face, and let's do a photo shoot of you walking into your chemo blessed and knowing that you're going to overcome and conquer what you're going through. So this young lady said to me, she said, I just can't do it. I said, of course you can. You don't have to, you get to. I said, I tell you what, since you want to get your hair cut, I asked your mom if we can all meet up and I'll just have a lunch with you and talk you into what it takes to just overcome the scare that you're facing in this transitioning of your life. And yes, you are young, so I get it. So she and I and her mom, she went on for her chemo. So her mom and I, we met the next day for lunch. So that night when I got home, I was like, okay, I'm encouraging this young lady. What can I do to edify her, to lift her up, to give her this charge that's going to take place in her life? Because I do this all the time with patients. So what I decided to do is go ahead and shave my hair without her knowing. So this is why you see me at this level right now, is that I shaved my hair to encourage her and to edify her, to get her to the next level of her transitioning. So as we met up for lunch the next day, she and I and her mom, we met. So we met at a restaurant. So when she looked at me, she's like, oh my God. She just kept saying, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. And I looked at her and I said, you're beautiful. And it just kept going back and forth, back and forth. And finally, the light clicked on for her. She was like, oh, I'm beautiful because I'm going to have a bald head. I'm like, exactly. See, you're not your hair. There's so much more inside of you than your hair. I said, we're bigger than our hair. Our hair is just the outside, what the people look at in the flesh. But inside of you, there's so much more inside you that needs to come out. You're 17, I'm 52. There's so much more in you that God wants to bring out of you. Now you can become a testimony to others. So this is what we're gonna do. And the light came on, she was excited. She's like, oh, okay, I can do it, I can do it. I say, yes, you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Not in your natural sense, but with you, you can do all things through Christ. Trust me, I did it. And I'm doing this to say, hey, Paige, let's go in and embrace you into your coming to Pink party. So that day, after having lunch with her and her mom, we decided to go to Supercuts. And at Supercuts, she shaved her hair, and we went over to Sephora where she had a makeover, and she was just as beautiful as she wanted to be. And that was me walking her into her Pink party with just me, her, and her mom, Patsy. So I say to you, Paige, you can do this. Encourage someone else. And I realized this was not just about me going in to have a mammogram and to have a biopsy. It was about me encouraging someone else to get through that next level in their life. So for Paige, and she's been going through chemo. She's doing well, having some little illnesses as far as nausea, things like that, which is well expected. I explained to her about the different types of chemo treatments, and I'm there for her, with her and her mom, to help her get through this next 6 months of chemo as well as her radiation. So just to say, hey, I stuck with my sister. My sister did not miss one. I did not miss one of her appointments as she went into her chemo. I did not miss one radiation as she went into her chemo. I know the ins and out of radiation. I know the in and out of chemo. I understand the things you can eat, you cannot eat. I understand the fact that your taste buds can go away, the neuropathy that comes along with the chemo. I understand so much about chemo and breast cancer because I went with my sister just 3 years prior. She's in her second year remission. She went through a bilateral mastectomy. Also, she went through the redevelopment of her breast, so I understand the whole concept that you're gonna have to go through. But just know, you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you, promise you. And I will be there to help support you in every area of your life as you do your next journey on your walk with breast cancer. You are not your hair. You are not your hair. You are beautiful without hair. Look at me. I am beautiful without hair, and so are you. So let's get to this next level together, Paige. To you and your mom, Patsy, thank you so much, Patsy, for allowing me to encourage your daughter. Thank you, Paige, for letting me, just embracing me through this next level of your life and being a part of your next life as we go through this together and you enjoy your blessings. Thank you and have a wonderful day. So in my leadership, I've been in leadership in my church for 28 years. So within leadership, it has called me to encourage kids, to empower kids. I do a lot of volunteering in our ministry. We have a full-time school there. At the University of Dreams, I'm always constantly empowering kids there. So, and I say thanks to my pastor for teaching us leadership and encouragement and helping others. That's what we do. It's a part of my life. It's been a part of my life for 28 years. And I will say thank you guys at APWC for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful empowering women of construction. It is amazing. I have met so many wonderful people there at APWC, and I continue to develop our relationships there. And thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful and a blessed day.